The courtroom rises as Judge Vonderby takes the bench. The room settles, but the tension does not. Before the judge stands a grieving grandmother, Miss Franklin, steady, composed, but clearly carrying the weight of a tragedy. Her son has died. Now, she says, she is fighting for the granddaughter she has raised since infancy.
Franklin case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Franklin, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge Vondam. My son was killed 3 months ago. I have a granddaughter that's 9 years old. I've had custody of her since she was a baby. After his death and funeral, Kim decided.
Ms. Franklin's voice breaks slightly as she recounts the moment that changed everything. Just after her son's funeral, the child's mother, Kim, arrived unannounced with police. What should have been a moment of mourning turned into chaos in her front yard. The grandmother describes years of caring for the little girl while watching the mother struggle with instability and addiction.
She wants to come to my house and remove her. Brought the police to my house.
After the funeral?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. She did. She did that. As traumatic as it was for me and my family, she decided to remove Rakisha with the police, caused a scene, which she's done in the past. I'm here today for grandparents' rights. I've had my granddaughter since she was a baby. She doesn't even know who this lady is.
The judge listens carefully as Ms. Franklin details a long history of trouble, drugs, fighting, welfare fraud. She insists the child barely knows her mother. When the judge presses her on past conflicts, the grandmother admits she once warned Kim not to come over again, hinting that things could get dangerous. The courtroom stiffens at the mention of a gun.
She knows that she's her mother, but as far as knowing who she is, and with her lengthy past, when I say
when you say lengthy past, what do you mean by that?
Drugs, drinking, fighting, beating the system.
Beating the system?
Yes.
How did she do that?
Welfare, food stamps, housing, anything that's not legal, she's done.
But Rakisha, I said her name right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she lives with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And prior to your son's death, did your son live with you too, or was Rakisha just living with you?
Only Rakisha, absolutely not. He could not live with me.
The judge stays focused. She clarifies who truly cared for the child and how the parents were using benefits they weren't entitled to. Ms. Franklin reveals she even put her own son, the child's father, on child support because she refused to enable the dysfunction. Now she asks the court for full custody and child support from Kim.
Okay, I understand.
But
so how was she getting benefits if her daughter lived with you?
Because, as I mentioned earlier, both of them love to beat the system, and they used my grandchild against me and my husband just so that they can continue to beat the system. I did put my son on child support.
Okay.
That I absolutely did.
And now you're wanting child support from mom?
I want child support and full custody of my granddaughter.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Oh, absolutely, yes. When she brought the police to my house, she told them that I threatened her, and she threatened me. She threatened to kill me. I said, absolutely not, Your Honor. What I told her when she called, I said, you know what? If you come over...
Attention turns to Kim. The judge asks her to confirm the grandmother's claims. Kim hesitates, then admits at least some of it is true. Yes, there were drugs, mistakes, and police incidents. She tries to explain that she has changed, that she's ready, that it's time for her daughter to live with her again.
Over here, I'm not going to be in control. Smith and Weston going to be in control.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't get that far, did it?
Well, it didn't because the police drug her from my front yard.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else you need me to know before I move over to her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I didn't catch your last name. I just heard your first name is Kim.
That's what I want to say. I'm a fan. It's Kim Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Yes.
How do you spell it?
Boudure.
Oh, okay. Is that French?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I call you Lady B?
Yes.
I think
you can
I'll
call me
butcher.
Kim. You can call me
Kim.
Miss
Okay.
Kim.
I think I'll butcher that last name too much.
Okay.
Okay. So, is all of what she's saying true? You had a history with drugs, drinking.
Kim insists the past is behind her. She says she has been working on rebuilding her life and reconnecting with her daughter. But when the judge asks if the child even knows her, the truth becomes unavoidable. She is, in the judge's words, essentially a stranger. The judge reminds her that a stable environment matters more than a parent's sudden desire to show up.
She said you're cheating the system, getting welfare. What it sounds like is that your daughter has been living with her this entire time. So, I mean, is what she's saying true?
The whole thing is, it's the past, you know.
So it is true. The answer is yes.
Some of it is, yeah.
Okay, which part of it is true?
As far as maybe some of the illegal drug activity that her son and I both partake in, you know, some of that is true, but as far as the food stamps and all that, it's not. She's just going by hearsay, by what people are telling her, just using that, you know, in this case. As I stated, as she stated, as far as coming to get my kids, you know, with the police and stuff, that's true.
Okay.
Because I need Rakisha, to come and be with her mom. You know, she's getting older, and so is she, you know. So
that wasn't nice. She's been taking care of your daughter. So what difference would it make if she's getting older?
She has been.
Kim reveals she makes $70,000 a year and pays insurance, but admits she hasn't contributed a cent to the grandmother raising her child. The judge's frustration begins to show. Insurance alone, she says, is not parenting. It's not support, and it's not enough.
And again, all these words are past tense. It's 2022, and it's time for my daughter to come home with me.
But she hasn't lived with you.
She hasn't, because I was working on my career and getting myself together, you know, so I can be the mom that I need to be. And, you know, I've done that. And unfortunately, you know, Ricky passed, you know, rest his soul. And it's time for my daughter to come home with her mother.
Okay.
I'm not the woman that I used to be, Your Honor.
All right. But you are still the woman she doesn't know, your daughter, right?
Well, actually, and she doesn't know that, I've been talking to Rakisha for about 4 or 5 months now.
Talking to her about what?
Talking to her, letting her know, you know, first of all, reaching out, letting her know that it's unfortunate that our dad passed, and letting her know that I want us to get our relationship together. I want to be the nurturing mother that, you know, that she needs.
Okay, so as of right now, you're a stranger, right?
The judge makes her ruling clear. The child is not going anywhere. She will remain with the grandmother, the only true caregiver she's known. Based on Kim's income, the judge calculates a child support obligation of $923 per month. Kim tries to push back, but the math and the law are not on her side.
I wouldn't necessarily say strangers.
Well, it's not necessarily what you want to say, it's what the facts say. You're a stranger to this child that you came and attempted to remove from her caretaker, right?
She's been taking care of her, yes, and I commend her for that, but my daughter needs to be with her mother.
All right, but you do understand that your daughter needs to be in an environment that's stable, where she is familiar with the person that is taking care of her.
Okay, she has to get familiar with her. I am working. I, make good money. I've been paying insurance, so it's not like I've been totally out the picture.
Let's talk about that. How much money do you make?
About $70,000.
$70,000. How much? You say insurance as well?
Yes, I pay $170 a month.
All right. How much of that have you given to grandmother? And it's not a hard question if you've actually done anything. I mean,
Well, I can say none then. Let's just, be done with it. None.
so you make all of this money and you haven't given grandmother anything for your daughter?
Well, her dad has been taking care of the child support and everything up until this
Right,
point.
but what
so
were you doing?
I was paying the insurance.
Okay. So you were paying the insurance.
Yeah.
Your daughter living with someone else.
Well, she the one wanted to raise her.
But ma'am, it is your daughter.
But the case isn't over. Ms. Franklin drops a revelation. Kim has 3 other children, all living with different fathers. The judge pauses, and suddenly, the missing piece of the puzzle snaps into place. When Kim admits she pays no support for any of them, the judge recalculates her obligation. The number drops to $680 a month.
It's my daughter. I paid the insurance. She wanted a raise her. The dad did the child support. We all just did our part.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
Not really.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you're trying to evade the obligation of paying child support or paying any type of financial support for this child because you want to do what you want to do. Insurance is not sufficient, ma'am.
Oh.
Grandmother can pay insurance if she needed to,
But she hasn't.
Well, she can't do it without a modification to your court order. That's the reason she's here.
Okay, so can my daughter go home with me?
No, she cannot. She is going to stay and remain with the person who's always taking care of her. You haven't said anything different to support that grandmother has not been doing the job you should have been doing. So what we're going to do is, based on your own testimony, and I believe you told the truth.
I did.
$70,000 a year, and that's giving you credit with the $170 health insurance. Your gross is $5,663. That brings your net to $4,613. You have 1 child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 20% of that brings your monthly child support obligation to $920.
Kim smirks and whispers, "Should have kept your mouth shut." The judge shuts that down immediately. Her tone turns sharp. "Honest people," she says, "don't fear the truth. But those who avoid responsibility eventually face consequences." And one day, the judge warns, Kim will have to answer to every child she abandoned.
$23. And as I stated, you are still to maintain the health insurance.
That's over $1,000.
And no, it's not. It's under $1,000.
So 9 something plus the 170?
No, you got credit. The
Oh, okay,
170
okay,
was
okay,
given
okay.
in your gross. So you got credit for that. $923 a month. It's what's fair. It's what's in the best interest of your daughter. Your daughter is going to remain with her grandmother.
Okay, so. Okay.
Anything else? You had a question?
I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Oh, okay. You might want to do that, especially if it was something inappropriate. All right. Anything further pertaining to this case?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further, Miss Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor. This lady just sit here and perjured the court. She has 3 other children that lives with 3 other different daddies.
Oh, wow.
And she had more miles on her than Route 1604.
Okay. Well, Miss Franklin, hold on one second. Do you have other children?
Yes.
So why didn't you say that?
Because, unfortunately, like Rakisha, they live with their dads and their other parent, other side of the family too.
Are you paying child support for them as well?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So you're just not doing anything.
I'm paying insurance for them.
With no more questions, the judge brings the gavel down. Custody stays with the grandmother. Support is ordered. The case is closed. And Judge Von Derby delivers one final, unmistakable message. A parent can fool a courtroom, but they cannot fool their children.